Most of the time, I use my wheelchair to get around. But whenever I...
Dude, did you see that wheelchair guy? He just fell out of his chair.
Oh, you think we're supposed to go help him?
Okay, maybe I can't walk as good as I used to.
Dude, I follow him on Instagram. I think he got hit by a car or something.
Yeah, dude, I heard that he got out on the highway to help someone or something.
What an idiot.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, at least he was trying to help someone.
Yeah, but on the highway?
You're right.
If you guys remember, I got hit by a car back in December, and I haven't been able to walk the same way since. As you can tell, I'm loading up my wheelchair a little bit differently now, mainly because I jacked up my wrist pretty bad and my pain levels are out of control. I can't walk as well as I did before, but luckily my driving hasn't been affected because I use hand controls.
Whoa, dude, he can still walk?
I mean, yeah, not as good as he used to. He didn't have to have those crutches before.
And thanks to this spinner knob, I can still drive with my messed up wrists.
I'm glad he can still drive, though.
Yeah, man, I used to think that wheelchair users couldn't even drive.
A lot of you guys watching right now aren't subscribed, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's get to 100K.
Man, I've learned a lot from watching that guy.
Yeah, it's pretty inspirational. I mean, he got hit by a car and he's still kicking.
You should subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's almost at 100,000 subscribers.
Usually when I go distances this short, I just take my crutches, but unfortunately, due to all this pain that I'm in, I'm gonna take my wheelchair. If you don't know anything about me and the history of my injuries and recovery, I've created a playlist that you can find right up here. I won't bore you by retelling those stories, but I want to catch you up on the details of my injuries since being hit by a car back in December. I've talked about this a few times on the Wheels to Walking podcast, so if you're a regular listener, these stories will sound familiar. It was a rainy night and I was on the way back from a family holiday gathering, and I was on the highway and there was this car that hydroplaned and crossed over 4 lanes and smashed a wall head on at 60 miles an hour, and I just had to pull over and stop to make sure that they were breathing. I didn't think that they were even going to be able to survive until the ambulances got there. Unfortunately, as soon as I pried open the doors of that car, another car hit that same puddle and hydroplaned into me into a wall. This resulted in a broken tibia that busted through the skin and exposed it to all the disgusting elements laying on the ground. I also had my liver lacerated and my right wrist completely destroyed. After stabilization and surgery, I stayed at the hospital for about a week and then transitioned home where I had 24/7 care. I'm so grateful and so lucky that I have people like Andrew, Jalila, my sister, my mom, and my entire family to take care of me. Everything seemed to be going according to plan. Until about a month in, I had a mysterious fever that wouldn't go away despite any obvious signs of infection. I ended up spending another week in the hospital with an undiagnosed mystery fever. I mean, no one had any idea what was going on with me. Eventually, it was discovered that I had 2 massive blood clots that were so complex, any kind of operation would make things worse. So the solution was to put me on blood thinners, and I've been on blood thinners ever since, and will probably be on them for the rest of my life. After a few more weeks, I was set to start PT, and I did for a few weeks. But unfortunately, COVID lockdown happened, and because I'm in the high-risk category, I decided to stay home and play it safe. By the time COVID lockdown ended, it had been 6 months with no walking and almost no PT. My pain levels were and are out of control. Unfortunately, I have a pretty dark past when it comes to pain medicine, and if you want to know about that story, link down below is something called The Untold Story, where I go into a bit more detail. It's still incredibly painful to walk, and I definitely can't do it the way I used to. When the gym finally opened back up, I had absolutely zero motivation to get back into the bodybuilding style workouts that I did before. I had to find something new. I needed to get back what I lost, and even more so, I needed to get my health back. After about 6 months of eating whatever I wanted and little to no exercise, I'd put a few extra pounds on, and I really didn't like what I saw in the mirror. Then it kind of hit me. What's the name of my channel? Wheels to Walking. My story from Wheels to Walking. When I first started the channel, I had made it as far as I wanted to go in my walking journey and was primarily focused on sharing my experience, strength, and hope with new wheelchair users, and not necessarily document my journey from wheels to walking anymore. However, I'm in a unique position where I can actually do that now. I can document my journey of learning to walk again, and maybe even better than before. This is literally my time to show my journey from wheels to walking and share that knowledge and experience with you. Moving forward, this channel is gonna look a little bit different. It's gonna be more fitness and recovery focused. And since this isn't my first rodeo, I'm gonna share everything I know about recovering from a massive setback with a spinal cord injury. If you wanna support the mission of Wheels to Walking and help us reach more people and afford bigger, badder, cooler videos, please consider pledging on Patreon or grabbing a piece of the freshly restocked temporary collection linked down below. I am so excited to see where this goes and to see how far I can take it using the connections and resources I've made over the past year and a half. I hope you'll stick around and be a part of my journey from wheels to walking again. The next few videos coming up are videos that you guys have been requesting since the very beginning, and I am so excited to finally deliver them to you. To make sure you don't miss any of these videos, be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.